Margo Martindale, The Hollars, was a big success for you and John Krasinski and the whole team earlier this year. Just tell me why that role appealed to you and you wanted to take it.
Oh, I just thought it was a beautiful, simple story about a family dealing with a crisis in their lives, and I was drawn to the writing by Jim Strauss. I thought it was surprising and very real and honest, and I love the people involved. John Krasinski, I love, and Richard Jenkins.
I was going to ask you about Richard. That just seems like a match made in heaven for the two
Oh
of
my
you. The
goodness!
right age range, the
I
right
just
experience. Just tell me about working with him.
Oh well, he's one of my favorite actors in the world. So it was a dream. I'd been wanting to work with him, and he said, had been wanting to work with me. So he makes me laugh. He really makes me laugh. He's amazing. Yeah, it was great.
When you've watched him over the years in various movies and TV shows and such, what is it about him that works? That he always elevates any project that he's
He
in.
does. He does. I I think it's his unique take on things. He's got a very unique voice, and he's worked in the theater for years, and done thousands of different roles, and uh, I think that it, it it's a joy to watch anything I've seen him in. It's been a joy. We had done a movie together, but we didn't work together in a movie called Eye of God, and I was talking to him on the plane. I said we were talking about Horton Foote, and I said I'd always wanted to work with Horton Foote, and I never got to do a Horton Foote one of his plays. He said that he was a good friend of Richard's, and we talked. I said this movie I remember that I loved so much. It was oh, now I don't remember the name of it, but it was a Horton Foote movie. Oh gee, I can't remember the name of it. And I said that the cast was so great, and I said, and this guy that was the drunk, I just thought he was incredible. He said, that was me, Margo. I thought, wow. So yeah, yeah.
And John Krasinski not only stars as your son, but he's the director of the movie. You've worked
Yes.
with several actors that have turned to directing in your career, whether it be Clint Eastwood or even like Matthew Reese, who directed your Emmy
Matthew
episode
Reese,
last
he
summer.
did, and Bryan Cranston directed me in an episode of Sneaky Pete, my new show. So, yeah,
What is it when you work with an actor that's turned directing that's different than just say a director that's their full time job?
I think they have a great respect for uh, the craft of acting, and they know what it takes to get to certain things. So there's sort of an inside track, and for this movie especially, it was a perfect movie for John to direct and be in because it's very small, and it is just a story about a family in a hospital room mostly. I mean, certainly that was my part of it, and I think that the intimacy of him going from actor to director back to actor, it kept it all in without breaking anything. It was very very a little bubble of reality. Yeah.
And in terms of the hospital, well, let's for people that haven't seen the movie yet, which will be on DVD soon. Just explain who Sally is.
Sally Holler is the matriarch of this family. She's sort of
Kind of the glue. She
she's
holds
the
everybody
glue,
together.
holds everybody together. She is they all spin around her. They all call her Chief, and she loves her boys. She's a very loving mother, uh, but not sappy, and certainly uh, and still flawed. But it's real.
She looks out after everybody, really, but
Everybody.
not in a domineering way like some mothers.
She's not domineering, but she is carefully controlling.
there's a big scene with you and John. I just thought that must have been so much fun to film, where he helps you to escape the hospital for a little while.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was just as if it happened. We escaped the hospital for a while, and it was wildly real laughing and going in and out of rooms. It felt like this movie felt like it happened to us, and maybe more like a glimpse into something, a glimpse into a family.
I was so worried though. He's pushing you so fast in that wheelchair. I thought if they hit the wrong spot on that sidewalk, you are out.
Do you think I wasn't worried about that?
Well, you had this look on your face, which was, I mean, it was your performance, but there was that mix of fun and fear.
Yeah, that was all happening, Chris. That was all happening. Fun and fear, absolutely.
There's also a big moment in the movie, very emotional moment. We won't get into all the plot details, but he's shaving your head for surgery, and boy, it looked realistic to me. Did you have your head shaved for this movie? No movie secrets there?
No, it was a prosthetic.
Okay.
But
It's very realistic.
one prosthetic. So guess how many times you could shave it? Mm-hmm. One time. So it did feel as if I was having my head shaved. It was an extremely emotional thing because my son said, "Let me do it." I mean, that I could tear up right now, but I'm not going to. And he and it was I felt extremely vulnerable because I didn't know what that was going to be like, and neither did Sally. And so it says, and so many things in this movie were sort of happened to me in the moment.
Tony nomination, 3 Emmy wins. This might finally be the role that brings you to the Oscars. I know you've been a voter for a little while. Well, if that were to happen at this point in your career, what would that mean to you?
Well, that would just be icing on the cake. I'm so fortunate that I really mostly want people to see the Hollars, and yes, wouldn't that be fabulous?
Let's talk about a couple of other things. Last time I saw you was after that 3rd Emmy win over in September. Now that you've had time to process that a little bit, just what does it mean to win, but not only win, but win for the Americans, which I know you love doing?
I'm unbelievably delighted, but I want the Americans to win, and I want Matthew and Carrie to win, and I want all. I think everybody on that show is phenomenal. So am I happy to have won? Oh yeah, of course. I'd be lying to say I wasn't, but I feel like I just represent the Americans.
And I asked you that night, I think, about maybe they'll let you present drama writing next week, where the Americans are nominated, and that's what happened.
I'd forgotten you were the one that said, and that's what happened. And I wasn't a very good actress when I read the name. I thought, oh no, I was certain that when I opened that envelope, it'd be the Americans.
Well, when they announced you as or somebody told me you were presenting that a few days later, I moved the Americans into first place in my predictions. I thought this is going to be a really nice moment.
I didn't think that. I was so excited, but I don't remember who won, but I'm certain they're fabulous.
I think it was Game of Thrones. They cleaned up that night.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah. Yeah.
And tell us about, you said that you felt like you were going to be more into of a guest star this year on The Americans. Is that turning out to be the case?
Yeah.
Much more to do?
Much more to do, yeah.
Oh, good.
I have no idea where we're going. I know what I'm doing in the first 2, but, It's phenomenal and scary, yeah.
What I love about a show when they do announce, okay, these are our final 2 seasons or whatever, it really opens up the freedom, I think, for the writers.
Absolutely.
To do whatever they want to do.
To do whatever they want to do. Absolutely. Such a great show. Such a great show.
And where do you keep all your Emmys?
I split them. I have 1 in the country and 1 and 2 in the city.
Okay.
And, my first one, my Justified one, She Holds the Ball between her elbows because it was broken off, and I didn't want to change the trophy because that's the one I won. So
Okay.
I have a broken Emmy.
Well, they'll switch it out for you at some point
No,
if you want.
they told me they would, but I thought, why? That's the one I carried all night. I think I want to keep it.
I always imagine that Emmy on your shelf, like next to a dirty glass.
It has a little jug that says Max Bennett.
There you go. And what else? What else is going on with you? What other projects? You said Sneaky Pete. That's
Sneaky
everybody's
Pete.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, we finished, and it's like acting in the dark because I haven't seen it, but I suspect it's going to be really good. I love the cast. It's a great group of people, and it's written by Graham Yost and his whole team of writers from Justified. So that makes me really happy.
One other Oscar question. I asked you this way back when I first talked to you for Justified, but now it's been a few years. I'm just wondering if the answer has changed at all. You've been an Oscar voter for a while now. What do you enjoy most about that process, other than getting the free screeners?
The free screeners are a big plus, but I see movies that I would not normally have seen, and it's great to compare them, in different kind of categories. You can kind of see. I don't know. It makes it easier to see it all. That's the truth. I don't know that I would go to the movies for big screen things unless it was something that was just for something that really needs to be seen in a movie theater. Though most movies need to be seen in a movie theater, so don't stop going to the movies.
And what sort of performances do you generally like? You think of somebody, even in your whole life, that you just went, wow, that's just amazing.
Certainly, I'm sure I could if I had a brain. This year, I haven't seen much this year.
Well, they'll penalize you if you say something about this year.
Oh, okay. I've seen some.
Yeah.
But not a lot. There's so many great actors and actresses. I'm drawn to real people, but people who are able to characterize in reality and use technique, but make it look like it's nothing.
Well, that fits you, but I mean, somebody like a Richard Jenkins. I remember on his nomination for The
there you
Visitor.
go.
That was just
Magnificent performance, magnificent, and you could just feel the pain and angst of that man. That's what I'm drawn to.
Well, congratulations! You're having another great year,
Thank you,
and hopefully we'll
Chris.
see you on one of these red carpets again soon.
Thank you.